What's going on, everyone? Today we're going to be talking about your Go High Level Pipeline Manager. Okay, so really, this is again going to be a very simple module, just because this is what you're basically going to use to manage all of your deal flow and organize yourself to basically close deals faster and make sure you're just staying on top of things. I think the reason why a lot of people struggle to actually close deals is because the sales process goes way too long. And then before you know it, that prospect is either working with somebody else or they've just completely forgotten about you. So today we're going to walk through the pipeline manager. We're going to walk through how to set up your pipeline and then obviously how to use your pipeline to close more deals. Okay. So why would you even want to use the Go High Level opportunities section? Okay. Some of you might be using things like, Monday.com, Notion, or Pipedrive, things like that. These are all pipeline manager type of type of softwares, but they're going to charge you specifically for managing a pipeline. Whereas in Go High Level, again, it's all wrapped into one service and one software. So it's great. So again, it's going to allow you just to organize where your deals are at in the process of closing. It's going to shorten your sales process, and it's going to allow you to stay on top of your deal flow. All right. Now, very simple. This is how you basically set up your pipeline. Okay. Once you are inside, let me go to my Go High Level. There we go. So once you're inside your Go High Level, you're going to see basically, again, in your sub accounts, you're going to go to opportunities. You're going to click on pipelines, and then you're just going to create a new pipeline. It's going to be super, super simple. And it's basically going to ask you what stages of your pipeline you want to create. Now, I can't go into mine, obviously, just because there's a lot of leads in there and a lot of personal information and everything. But basically, it's really easy. It's just going to ask you what stages that you need to do. So when you're there, you're basically going to go in and you're going to create these stages. Now, again, you don't need to necessarily use these stages, but whatever sales process you typically go through is what you should create. And you should ideally try to not close down, but shorten the actual length of your sales process, right? So this is why I have it up this way. So basically I have website opt-ins, follow-up, discovery calls booked, discovery calls complete, audit sent, follow-up calls booked, and then new client. Okay. So let me walk through this a little bit more. So when people obviously opt into our website and they give us their information goes into basically our CRM, and then a new opportunity is created inside of website opt-ins. This is something that I can use to basically have either my setter or myself dial them that new lead and book them in for a call. And then I can move obviously their opportunity into the specific section that they are going into, right? If I call them, they book in a call, then I would put them under this section. Now, follow-ups is where I put all of the people into who basically, maybe these people I've sent them an audit, maybe these are people that I have actually met with already, but they've just kind of gone stale a little bit. So usually I put them in the follow-up section, and it just reminds me to just keep my fingers on the pulse of where they're at and help them actually, and help myself actually just email them, reach out to them, and stay on top of that sales journey. Now, discovery calls booked, very simple. Obviously, this is where, every time somebody new books in a discovery call with you, their card should go in here. So their opportunity should go in here, and it'll be very simple for you to basically, identify that, okay, this lead came from somebody booking in using my calendar link. Okay. Now, discovery call is complete. Again, once you jump off of that call with that person, you're going to swipe on over, move their card over into this section. Once you send them an audit, you're going to move it to that section, and so on and so forth. Okay. Very, very simple. But basically, this is just what's going to allow you to create a very simple sales journey. It's going to allow you to be more effective, and it's going to help you organize yourself to close these deals a lot sooner. Because again, on all the Q&A calls that I jump onto, where people really struggle is in the follow-up. You guys think you're sending too many follow-ups. You don't know how to follow up, properly or efficiently. You can never follow up too much. Once I jump off of a discovery call with someone and they haven't booked in a follow-up meeting, I'm literally following up with them every single day. I don't care if I come off like I'm annoying them or anything. The one main thing I'll tell you guys is if you're following up, obviously don't come off desperate, but definitely be efficient and consistent with your follow-ups. Okay. Now, automation side. Okay. When someone books in a new call, a new discovery call using my discovery call link, obviously the automation is set up to put in that new deal under that discovery calls booked section. Okay. And then for the onboarding procedure, if we actually sign a new client, basically when you are swiping that opportunity into the next stage, a few things will pop up at the bottom. It'll say like lost, abandoned, and won. So once I take that opportunity and I put it into the one section, I'll then take that card after I've clicked one, and then I'll put it into the new client section. And then what that basically does is it sends them an automation email that sends them and directs them to our onboarding procedure. Okay. Very, very simple. And then we send the same information over into Slack. So action steps for today is just create your Go High Level pipeline, begin adding your prospects into that pipeline to stay organized. If you're using Notion or Trello or Pipedrive, whatever, take all of those current opportunities and move them into Go High Level. And then, of course, add your automations, which you feel are necessary to help you manage your pipeline. Again, you're not limited to just these ones. If you can think of any other automations that you feel are going to be best suited for your guys' agency or your business, by all means, have at her. Okay. So that's it for today's module. Hope you guys have an awesome day, and I will chat to you guys very soon.